Okay, so we have the F450 hitched up to the mini dump trailer. This thing has a carrying capacity of about 8,000 pounds. We're not going to load it up to anywhere near that. But the reason for today's video is because if you watch the video that I shot on filling this big old bag up to about 2,600 pounds worth of weight, it can hold up to 3,300 pounds, you'll know that this is going to be used for a very special purpose, and that is one of 3 bags that I'm going to fill up to be able to load the front of my heavy-duty cargo trailer over there, not the cargo, the utility trailer, with weight to be able to transfer to the back of the truck. So when we do the shock absorbing hitch test with the different players who have different technologies, we'll be able to put the right amount of weight in the trailer to ensure that we're actually able to utilize the shock absorption technology built into these various trailers. Trailer looks tiny behind the truck, but that is a very capable trailer and can do more than a lot of trailers 3 times the size. All right, so I'm getting to where I need to be. See if I can get some sand filled up. Okay, I think we have enough sand to be able to complete the task at hand. That's 2 full bucket loads with the backhoe way over there. And yeah, you can definitely see the tires bowing a little bit, but trailer's handling it no problem at all. Gen Y hitch, of course, handling it no problem at all. Let's get this back to the property. Okay, so before we get all this dumped out, I actually want to see what the tongue weight is. So I'm going to use my BTBRV tongue weight scale right here, available on eTrailer. I'll throw a link in the description, and we're going to see. First, we have to get the coupler off the ball, though. Okay, so what do you all think this is going to weigh? Best guess, tongue weight perspective. As far as overall trailer weight, it's pretty heavy. Tires are bowing. Absolutely is more than you probably think it is. But what do you think it's going to be from a hitch weight perspective? Start throwing your answers in the comment section, and don't cheat. Wait until the end. So first, we're going to use the onboard scales on my new 2024 F450 Platinum. We're going to see what the truck says that this weighs, and then we're going to come back and check it out with the BTBRV tongue weight scale. So, well, let's find out. Okay, so on the truck, I'm going to go to onboard scales. I currently have the coupler detached. It's just telling you that it's not meant for like trade requirements if you're going to do this commercially. I can either use the tail lamps, like right here, as a little scale, or I can just, you know, I'm going to have the tail lamps on, but I believe I can go into a scale mode. Okay, there we go. Now, this is with my weight in the truck right now. So once I drop it down, it's going to vary a little bit, because once I get off of the truck, it's going to decrease by a couple 100 pounds, and then we'll see what happens. But I'll get back in the truck, which should equalize it all out. Of course, I'm going to reset the scale to 0. And let's check it out. And just like I said, getting off of the truck decreased it. If I lean in on the truck, you can see that the scale adjusts, but let's get this lowered. All right. We're not going to completely lock back up. We're just going to couple up to it and see what happens. And the jack leg is off of the ground. Let's go inside the truck. All right, hopping back inside. And it shows that we are, well, it doesn't really give you like a perfect line in the middle, but I'm guessing it's saying between about 800 and 1,000 pounds. And the dry weight on this trailer, I think, is like 500 pounds as far as the tongue weight. Just taking the weight back off. Okay, so we have the truck pulled away. I have the scale underneath here. We're going to be careful because we're on pretty soft sand. So I'm going to do exactly what I tell people to do with this, and that's to lower it really slowly, right until you get to touching the ball. Make sure it's nice and straight. And then drop it down just enough to get the jack leg off the ground. All right, so the jack leg is off the ground, and we are, look at that, right at 900-ish pounds, right under, between 850 and 900 pounds. That is pretty dang crazy. So yeah, it pretty much matches exactly what the truck was saying. How's that for accuracy? So the entire weight of this is going to be significantly more than you probably think, because this is probably the equivalent of 2.5 pallets of sand if you went to Lowe's or Home Depot to buy it. So again, I'm guesstimating between 6,000 and 7,000 pounds worth of sand. But we're gonna get it all dumped out so we can start the process of loading it into bags. Okay, so good news. The first of 6 hitches has arrived, and I've peeled the box open so you can see what's inside of it. And that is a Gen Y Boss hitch that is stupid heavy. I mean, incredibly heavy. It's ridiculous how heavy that hitch is. So this all kind of worked out. In the middle of doing all of this, I get a phone call from the front gate saying UPS is out there, and they're trying to deliver a bunch of big heavy packages. So we got the hitches in at the same time we got the trailer all disconnected and full with sand. So we're gonna go ahead and dump all the dirt out right here so we can transfer it over to those bulk bags and use those as part of the test. Got one of the bags full right there. And yeah, this should fill up at least 2 more. I went ahead and bought another bag in case I want to balance weight in a different way, but I think we're gonna have plenty to do the type of testing that I want to do. I only want to go with the heaviest bag that I need for any particular task. I don't want to overload something just for the sake of doing that. But let's go ahead and get this dumped out so I have a pile of sand here and not in the back of the trailer. So one thing I didn't mention in the last video is that when I came out here, the battery was dead. I don't know why the solar panel I'm putting on it isn't maintaining it, but I had it charging all night. This end dump right here, telescopic boom, shouldn't have any problem lifting this out. But if it were a scissor jack or dual ram, it probably would struggle, especially if it were a single ram. But let's see if we can lift this out of here with this telescopic end dump. Oh yeah, check that out. Not even struggling. Isn't that crazy? You can see the tires are bowing pretty good. That back tire especially, because it's getting all the weight right now. And we'll pull it forward with the tractor. All right, let's go ahead and pull it forward and get the rest of it out. Pulled it forward a little bit. Should have everything out of here now. There we go. Yeah, that should be more than enough to fill the bags up. This is probably twice as much as I had in the trailer when I filled up the one bag, so this should do what I need it to do. Let's get everything put away. Okay, so we have this bag a little more, actually quite a bit more than half full, which means that bag, which was roughly around 2,600 to 2,800 pounds, almost completely full. This bag should probably be around 1,500 pounds is what I'm guessing right now. We are pretty much to right here. This right here just wraps the top up, which we're going to do. I'm going to fill one more bag up like this if I have time to do it today, and that's going to give us at least enough to do what we want to do with these trailers. I don't want to fill it up like I did to that one because I was a little concerned about the bag being able to hold up to that type of weight, and that thing is silly heavy, plus it's a little difficult for the excavator to even move around. So we're going to fill this one up to where it's at now, close it off, and see if we can get this moved over next to that bag. Okay, so we have the bad boy put away. We have the heavy duty, ultra heavy duty utility trailer out here. A lot of people wanted to know if that Demco Easy Latch coupler is really rated to 21,000 pounds. It absolutely is. This thing is one beast of a coupler. And on top of that, the GVWR of this trailer, 16,000 pounds. And the cargo capacity of this trailer is 12,800 pounds, which we are certainly not going to exceed. But this is one heck of a trailer. and we're gonna load the bags onto it real quick, at least this one and the one over there, and I'll probably check out what the tongue weight is just so I have a good understanding of what it looks like right now. Okay, so I think we've shown time and time again that the tongue weight scale is very accurate. And again, BTBRV tongue weight scale, you can get this on eTrailer.com, official channel sponsor. We're gonna see what the dry tongue weight of this trailer is currently. So we are at about 700 pounds. So yeah, this is a pretty heavy trailer, even when dry, 700 pounds. But that's still not gonna be enough to articulate some of the suspension hitches that we'll be using in this test. And because of that, we need to add tongue weight. So the next step here is to hop in the mini excavator, grab that bag, and maybe the larger bag, move it over to the trailer just to see if we can get the tongue weight where we want it to be to properly test these hitches. Okay, so 700 pounds is what we were at before loading this on the back. I don't have it too far forward of the axles. It's actually maybe about 2 feet in front of the axles. Let's check the tongue weight now. Okay, we got the scale back under. Okay, off the ground. Check that out. We are at about 1,350 pounds, roughly. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move that bag closer to the front and see how that impacts the tongue weight. Okay, that's about as close as I can get it to the front of the trailer before it's going to bind up against the winch hook. Let's see what that did. What do you guys think the tongue weight is now that we have this moved to nearly the very, very front of the trailer? I'm going to say it's about at the halfway point between the front axle of the trailer and the coupler. But what do you guys think the tongue weight's up to now? All right, let's check it out now. Again, put your guesses down in the comment section. Well, it didn't go up too much. Okay, so we're at 1,500 pounds right now. 1,500 pounds with that much sand. And again, I'm guessing it's probably about 1,500 pounds worth of sand in that bag. So we're not exactly where I want to be. If I grab the bigger bag or if I add sand to this bag, that'll definitely improve the results here. But yeah, we're getting close to the goal. I want to get to right around 2,000 pounds, between 1,750 and 2,000 pounds, and we're getting awfully close. Okay, so now that I understand how much weight is on the tongue with the sand that's in there, instead of filling up a third bag from the pile I just got, I'm going to remove, or I have removed, about a third of this bag with the shovel and just put it in this bag. So between the two of them now, I'm probably looking at about 800 pounds, and on this one I'm probably looking at about 1,500 pounds worth of weight, roughly. So we'll see, but we're going to go ahead and move this one. Actually, I got to pull it up so it all kind of levels out in there. Then we'll do the same with this one, and we'll put this one in the trailer right behind that bag and see what it increases the tongue weight to. It's going to go up a little bit because it's still forward of the axle. I don't know if we're going to get to that 1,750 to 2,000 pounds that I'm looking for, but we'll see. Okay. this doesn't get us there, then we'll move this bag further back and put the heavier bag in the middle. Got both bags in here. What do you guys think the number is going to be at? I'm going to guess probably maybe 1650. Where's that showing us at? So we are at about 1650, but we're getting pretty close. So yeah, I'm going to take this bag. I'll probably take it off and I'll put the heavier bag on and see what that does. Go ahead and drop it down slowly. I think we are exactly where we need to be. Check that out. Right between, or a little over 1750, probably around 1800, a little more than 1800 pounds worth of tongue weight. Now, to put this in perspective, if you have a travel trailer or an RV, especially like a destination style, and when we talk about those things weighing like 14,000 pounds, with about 15% resting on the back of your vehicle, this is kind of the equivalent of what we're talking about right now. I have a lot of sand in here. These bags are stupid heavy. The trailer by itself is heavy, 700 pounds of tongue weight before we even loaded these bags on. And both bags are loaded forward of the axles. So this weight is resting right around this area, probably majority of it's right here, and it's transferring a significant amount to the back of your tow vehicle. So we're, again, over 1,750 pounds, about 1,800, a little over that, pounds worth of tongue weight, which is required to get some of these suspension style hitches to be able to articulate and move and absorb that shock like they're supposed to. But I think at this level right now, it's going to be perfect for all the different hitches that we'll actually be evaluating. So this should work out really well. I might actually have to remove the lighter bag and move the heavier one up, or probably just take the heavier one off if we're going to be testing some of the lighter duty ones. And when I say lighter duty, we're still talking about hitches rated at 16,000 pounds with like 1,600 pounds worth of tongue weight capacity. So just with that bag alone, we were at that number. So that's going to put us in a good position to test. Okay, so we have the bags strapped down on the trailer. This was something we decided just to do off camera so we could spend the time doing it right and making sure everything's secure. I'm going to put the excavator away. This is going to wrap up this video, because again, I want to make sure that each product has its own time to shine and I can expose the good as well as the bad, things I like and things that I might not like very much. And right now, again, we're over 1,800 pounds on the tongue of this trailer. It's a 14-foot long trailer, but it's a very, very strong trailer. I'm probably going to say total weight on the trailer right now is probably 10,000 pounds. It's not crazy, crazy heavy. The key here is that about 6,000 of those pounds are focused towards the front of the trailer, which is why the tongue weight is so heavy right now. And this is going to give us, hopefully, the ideal tongue weight we need to properly test out all of these suspension hitches. I think every single one of them, except a few, and we may have to remove some of the weight in order to test some of those, but we'll definitely find out. I'll look at the ratings on all of them. We'll go over them during the video on the hitches so you can specifically see what we're going to be evaluating. And I'm looking forward to it. This is an exciting video for me. It's something that people have been asking for a long time, and I'm finally glad I can deliver it to you. It took a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, some shoveling, some hard work, some moving stuff around, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So coming soon, hitch evaluation videos, specifically suspension hitch evaluation videos. And all of these hitches, my channel sponsor, eTrailer.com, carries, at least the ones you'll be seeing in this video. And then I will talk about some of the hitches that are also very popular, but I wasn't able to get my hands on. So that's the limiting factor there. But anyways, drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have suggestions, ideas, comments on what you think I'm doing here, and if this is going to work the way I'm hoping it will, I see no reason why it won't. But I look forward to your feedback. Again, drop a comment below. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.